Well, hello everyone. This is Lawrence. It's been a while since I made any vinyl videos, and so I'm doing a catch up. I've been busy with house projects and such, but I still do the thrift store shopping hunt for vinyl. And so I'm making a series of videos to show my recent finds, doing something a little different. I'm not going to get in front of the camera for the series of videos, but instead just do a flip through. Okay, a little easier for me, and I have to get the lighting just right if I'm in the video, so a flip through is much easier. Okay, so we're going to keep this video short. The 1977 album by Gary Wright, Dreamweaver, which contained the big hit Dreamweaver and Love Is Alive, but the entire album is great. It's almost like every song could have been a single. Used the use of keyboard instruments, synthesizers, de-emphasized the guitar. Great album, and this replaces my old worn out copy. This is in great condition. It sounds very clean. Joan Arbitrating, Me, Myself, and I, her 1980s release. This was her best-selling album, and it has more of a pop feel than an acoustic folk type. And she used a lot of excellent studio musicians for this album. An old Vanilla Fudge album that I think came out in the early 70s. I haven't played this one yet. As you can see, the cover needs a good cleaning, so I'll break out my pledge to do a makeover on it. Michael Murphy, Blue Sky, Night, Thunder. This contained his big hit in the 70s. What was it? Memory block, I have to look it up. Wildfire. Okay, great classic song. Not a big fan of Adam Ants, but I think somebody gave this one to me. Prince Charming. Jethro Tull, Thick as a Brick, and this is an original pressing with all the artwork and of newspaper theme. Here's a classic live album, Dave Mason Certified Live, that I felt like just did not get the attention it deserved. It's a great live album by Dave. American Beauty, The Grateful Dead. Usually at thrift stores, some of them, or a lot of them, they'll mark up the bigger names like the Grateful Dead, but I think the artwork confused them because it's not clear. So this all is only $1.99. The cover is pretty worn, but the vinyl's in pretty good shape. A group that I'm not familiar with, but I've seen their album covers of, the beautiful women on it. Charlie Lines, and I managed to get this for 20 cents, and it's in great condition, so I said, what the heck, I'll get this album and get familiar with their music. Pablo Cruz, Reflector. This came out about the after the peak of their commercial success with their two hit singles and albums. By this album, sales were declining, but All Music gave it a decent review, so I thought I'd get it. This is Robert Palmer, album single, extended dance mix, I Did Not Mean to Turn You On. And it has a couple of more mixes, dub version, Campapella beats, and the LP version of Addicted to Love. Juice Newton, who's from around our area, this is her big album that contains her hits, Angel of the Morning, Queen of the Hearts, and The Sweetest Thing. The soundtrack to Xanadu, one side is the Electric Light Orchestra, and the other side Olivia Newton-John. And while I'm not a big Olivia Newton-John fan, her music. I love her singles. So like a greatest hits are fine for her. I like the music of Electric Light Orchestra, and one side of this album is Electric Light Orchestra. Mixed Emotions, this was a 20-cent pickup, and they had the big hit. What was the name of it? Kiss You All Over. Album's in good shape. The album cover has some issues, but for 20 cents, what the heck. John B. Sebastian, his first solo album, 1970, and this is very, very good. I'm glad I picked this up. Here's a classic album that was released about the period where albums were being phased out and CDs were taken over. This came out in 1987, I believe. I'm looking for the date on the back. Yeah, about 87. And so it was still available on LP. So this is not the reissue 180 gram vinyl. It's the original pressing released in the day when this album came out. I brought it on CD because I already made the switch over back then. But very happy to find this for $3.99. It's in excellent condition, and the vinyl is clean. Somebody hardly ever played it, so this is a good find. Fine Young Cannibals, their big album and songs on it, the raw and the cooked. Who produced this? David Foster era Chicago, and this was their big album for that time period. They were huge in the 70s. After Terry Keith died, their sales kind of declined for a while, but this album brought them back, and they got more on the ballads, the love ballads side than the rocking stuff, which was okay. So I'm looking forward to just listening to this and making a final judgment. Of course, nothing like Chicago 70s classic albums. Nelson Smelson album. I never had this one. I got a couple of his albums, and this contained the big hit, Without You, Coconut, Jump Into the Fire. So I'm looking forward to listening to that. Okay, there's other videos coming in this form of flip through. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment, and have a wonderful day. Bye.